Good morning, my YOGATXers, or afternoon or evening. This is Echo, and thank you for joining me for today's practice. I am really excited to step into a practice today around opening the hips and even opening into the outside of the legs here, so getting a little bit of a lateral stretch. As we open the hips, physically this is wonderful. So many of us hold tightness in our hips. But also, from an energetic perspective, it's good to note here that we're speaking to the earth element when we get into this section of the body. When we're on the inside and the outside of the legs, we come into the stomach and spleen meridians of traditional Chinese medicine. And this deals with the earth element. And just for you to know, you might not remember the meridians, that's completely fine, but the reason that I bring them up is because we're in a time of really settling into the unknown. And the stomach and spleen are known to be connected to our worry. And so when we worry, and it makes perfect sense when we think about the earth element, stomach and spleen have a lot to do with the food that we eat and how we digest, and we really are, what we eat. And so when we're not eating well, we might not feel super grounded. And when we don't feel grounded, this brings worry into the body. So there is this whole cyclic experience here. And the main purpose that I bring this up is when we worry and we're not feeding ourselves well and we're not feeling grounded, this can bring up anxiety. And anxiety is this overwhelm of energy. And in a way, it can be seen as beneficial if we're coming out of a depressive state where we have a stagnation of energy, and then we have anxiety. We have all of this energy coming up and we don't know what to do with it. What we could do is ground. And so what we'll do today is we'll work on opening the hips, but we'll also work to connecting with that earth element. And so if you feel anxious, if you feel like you have an overwhelm of this energy, if you could tap into that earth element and begin to look for those practices around the stomach and spleen and really look at what it is that you're worrying about. What is bringing up anxiety for you? What do you feel a bit unclear about? And breathing into that in your practice and letting that kind of cycle through with every in-breath and every out-breath. And let's see if you feel a little less anxious than when you began. And maybe you don't feel any anxiousness at all, but maybe as we come to the conclusion of the practice, you might feel a deeper grounding. So let's see how that flows. So that being said, just sitting on the hips here in Sukhasana, and we're going to just tune into one of the meridian points before we come into our practice. So you could take your thumb, and right where the big toe, you've got that little knuckle mound at the bottom of the big toe, you could press your thumb into that base and just give yourself a little massage down the arch of the foot, and you can do this for each foot. We just get into the master point, the spleen 4. For this meridian. And again, you might just hold it there. But again, where we hold our worry and maybe anxiety, if you press in here and just focus on the inhalation and the exhalation through the nostrils, notice if there's a deeper grounding in the body. Deep inhale, deep exhale through the nostrils. And you can switch legs. Again, maybe just try to put pressure here for a moment, staying static. And then maybe gently moving down the arch of the foot, pressing the thumbs in. And we're just getting energy moving along this entire line as spleen comes up the inside of the legs. And we're just going to slow down a little bit at the beginning of this practice. So really settling into this earth element. All right, so come into a seat. Bring your right hand on the heart, left hand on the earth. So leaning forward just a little bit. Bhumi Sparshva. So coming into this mudra that brings our hearts, the energy from our heart into the earth, Helps us to connect with that which is solid beneath us. Continue to breathe in and out of the nostrils. And let the muscles of the face relax. Take 2 more full rounds of breath here, and just allowing yourself to deeply connect with the earth. And bring both hands back towards the heart, bowing the head to heart. And just tuning into the subtle energy of your body today. Do you feel grounded? Do you feel buzzy? Is there an electric feeling in the body of unsettledness? Wherever you're at today, deep inhalations and exhalations through the nostrils. Because the more that we stay present, the less we go into worry or anxiety. So just be here for the next 20 minutes together. Stay with me. Slowly blink the eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, draw hands down to heart center, maybe tracing from the forehead down to the nose and the lips, down towards the heart. Nice and gentle with yourselves. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, draw down through center, nice and slow. Again, inhale up. And exhale low. And slowly open the eyes, hands down to the knees. And we're just going to come into a diamond shape. So bring the feet out in front of you. Let the knees be nice and wide. And maybe you need to bring the feet a little bit closer, maybe a little bit further. Coming into our diamond shape. Hands resting on the shins. Take an inhale, peel the chest up. And exhale, slowly begin to fold forward. So this is when your couch cushions become your friend. If you need to pause the video, you can put some couch cushions here so your chest can relax. Maybe you go a little bit lower. As soon as the spine begins to round, stop there, straighten the spine, and maybe come upright a bit more. For me, I can sometimes get closer towards the feet, and I'll use a block on top of my feet to rest my forehead. Palms coming forward. And for you, you can have couch cushions. Maybe your head comes all the way down to your feet. There's no push here, no forcing. And again, breathing in and out through the nostrils as we really focus on being present. And just noticing if there tends to be worry there, if there tends to be anxiety. As soon as you acknowledge it, let it be there. But bring everything back to mindfulness. Deep inhalations and exhalations through the nostrils. 3 more rounds of breath here. So I might go even lower. Maybe as the fascia begins to open, your body can go a little bit lower. And maybe not today. There's no rush. Peel the chest up and leave the legs where they are. You're going to bring a block, or if you have some encyclopedias, if you have some couch cushions, bolster, back behind you. Since I have a block, I'm going to bring it right between my shoulder blades. If you have a couch cushion, it's not necessary. Just bring it to the base of the spine, and we're going to lean back on it. I'm doing an extra big heart opener with the block today, and then I let my head drop back. If you are on a couch cushion or a bolster, then you're going to have your head supported most likely. This is perfectly fine and nice and enjoyable. And we're allowing the heart to open as we allow the hips to open. And energetically here, this gets into the lung lines, the large intestine, which allows us to really be open. It's how we assimilate our experiences. So if we are working with anxiety or worry from this lower half of our body,
Opening our heart allows us to have a bit more expansion and acceptance of these more uncomfortable experiences. We're just here for 4 more rounds of breath. Can hear the roosters and the chickens and the birds outside. Slowly begin to come back up. Take your time, don't snap your back up. Can move the bolster or the block off to the side. And we're just gonna come into all fours. So as we come onto all fours, take an inhale, allow the belly to drop, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, look forward, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Inhale, belly drops, look forward. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and press back, downward facing dog. First downward facing dog, you can pedal out the knees, you can dip the hips from side to side, getting into the laterals here, but let the head relax and really press down through the palms and into the feet when you come into stillness. Connecting with earth once again. Pull the belly in towards the spine, relax the shoulders. And slowly begin to walk the feet forward to meet the hands. I've got a little congestion here today in the mountains. Take an inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. You might hear me sniffle a little bit. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Let the arms hang. Take your time. Feel the feet connecting with the earth. Let the head come up last. Shrug the shoulders. Shrug them the opposite direction. Beautiful. Take the feet hip-width distance apart and just roll to the outside of each foot, back and forth. So we're getting into the stomach meridian now. And we're just playing around with energy. Now you could pause on one side. I'm pausing on my right side. Feel as the right edge of the foot, the outside edge, presses into the earth. See if you can tune into the energy moving up the right side of the leg. Just take a deep breath in and out. Move over to the left. And no force. Don't go further than your edge. Just you want to feel some pressure and some tension, but not pain. So again, inhale and exhale. Feel that energy moving up the left side of the leg. And back through center. Now roll to the inside of the right foot. You might have to move the right foot out to the side. Bend the left knee. Move to the other side, inside of the left foot. Hips move to the right. And come back to center. Feet hip-width distance apart. Come up onto the tiptoes. Press back onto the heels. Lift the toes. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale at your own cadence and just find a focal point. Feel into your connection with the earth as you come back down. Notice what it feels like to come back into that support. What you feel as you come up onto the tiptoes. 2 more. We're also getting some energy moving into the ankle. Beautiful. Back to center. Take an inhale, lift the arms up, open the chest. Exhale, bow all the way down, slight bend in the knees and the hips back. Head down towards the earth. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank position, top of a push-up. Pause here, pull the belly in, round the upper back. Press the hands into the earth, toes into the earth, building that fire in the core. And stay with its stillness, really grounding in with the earth here, trusting, feeling supported by your own strength. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees to the earth, chest right between the hands, hips up high. Pause here, chin to the earth. Keep the hearts towards the earth. Let the belly relax. And just feel the connection, heart to earth. Take another inhale. Exhale, slide forward onto the belly. Open the heart, cobra pose here. Palms by the chest, elbows in by the ribs. Lift the heart, look forward. Press the pubic bone into the earth. Notice any sensations here, even though we're doing a slight back bend. Is there a comfort with the belly and the heart being closer towards the earth? Let the head come down. We're going to do some waves. So bring the fingers outside of your mat. Elbows facing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, peel the chest up, look up. Exhale, slowly wave down. Let the head come down last. Heart towards the earth, forehead to the earth. Exhale. Inhale, wave up. And exhale, wave down. Find your edge. Inhale brings you up, and you're lifting up and forward out of the lower back. And down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down, nice and slow. Bring the hands in by the shoulders, tuck the toes. Press the hips back towards the heels and up, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhalation and exhalation through the nostrils. This is how we begin to work with the nervous system and calm our anxiety and worry. Big toes closer together. Take an inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack your right hip over the left. Pause here. Keep that right shoulder facing down towards the ground, right armpit towards the ground. So we're just opening the hips. So we're getting into that spleen meridian again. Can feel the inner groin here. The hip flexors begin to lengthen. 2 more breaths. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Bring the left knee down. Reach the arms up. Nice open chest. Sink into the right knee. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the arms as you bring the hips back towards the left heel. Right toes point up. Yeah, look forward like you're a prey hunting. Inhale, bend the right knee, reach the arms up. Exhale, everything waves down and back, looking forward. Nice and slow. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. This time, exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee, look towards the right. And twisting in the belly and the gut here. So any waste that we have in the stomach, we're wringing it out here. It could be energetic, it could be through food. But when we detox and purify in the belly, energetically and physically, we begin to really replenish the entire body. Let's take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the left knee, stack the left hip open over the right. And pause here. Left armpit faces towards the ground as well. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through. Right knee to the earth, reach the arms up. Pause here, a deep bend in the left knee. Open the chest, relax the shoulders. So when we're practicing yoga, it's important as well that we really use our breath to not bring anxiety into the body, but deep mindfulness, deep relaxation. Take an inhale. Exhale, down and back, fingertips to the earth, left toes pointing up, bow in. Inhale, forward and up, reach up. Smile. Exhale, down and back. Be gentle with yourselves. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, down and back. And the breath really takes you into a trance. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, down and back. Every cycle hopefully bringing you into more groundedness. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the left. And not cranking the neck back too far, just looking a little bit back towards the left. Notice if you really push yourself to go deeper into positions than your body wants you to. So this practice is for you. Not to look like anything on the screen or anyone next to you, but just feel what feels best to you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth and step forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Hands alongside the body. Let's take a moment just to connect with the earth beneath us. Maybe it feels good, a slight rock forward and back or side to side. And deep breaths in and out of the nostrils. And always, this here is yoga. So the action of no action, the action of being present, mindful in your breath, your connection to the earth. If ever you need a moment, if you feel anxious, if you have a panic attack, if you feel distressed, come here, shut the eyes, slow down. Root in to rise the energy, meaning feel the earth beneath you, feel your connection to it, and breathe. You can slowly open the eyes, bring the feet a little bit wider than hip distance, toes pointing out, hands to heart center. We're going to bend the knees, sink the hips back, yogi squat. So nice and slow. Yes. Elbows into the knees. And if you need to put a block underneath the hips, some bolsters, anything you can, bring hands to heart center, press the elbows into the knees to open wider. Again, opening those hips up. So these postures are something that you could do at any time. How we started in the beginning of the practice with that diamond shape, folding forward and then lying back, or grounding into the earth standing here, or in this yogi squat. If you're ever feeling
worried or anxious, an overwhelm of emotions. Just staying in these postures maybe for 5 minutes, breathing, shutting the eyes down, tuning the world out, coming back to self. Bring slowly the hands back behind you, sink down into a seat. And we end our practice with a little mindfulness, just a few postures before. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands to the back of the head, clasp the hands together, open the heart, nice and lightly. So you could just rest here, feel supported, shining the heart towards the sky, the ceiling. You can shut the eyes down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand down the right side, left arm stretching up and over. Maybe you could come onto the right elbow, maybe not today. I'm feeling a little lengthened today, so I could make it down, but you could just stay on the right palm. Sink that left hip into the earth, and you feel the length through the left side of the body, and we're getting into the space where the stomach meridian comes up the side, into the rib cage. Maybe the left hand comes to the back of the head, cradling it, opening the heart a little bit to the left. And when we feel expansive and heart open, maybe sometimes that worry or anxiety could begin to melt away. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand down the left side, right arm stretching up and over. Maybe right hand to the back of the head, cradling, open the heart space. And inhale, come back up, reach up. Hands down to the knees. Come into a seat, let the shoulders relax. Muscles in the face relax. Deep breaths in and out. Many times we think that to ease our anxiety, our worry, our fears, that we need to do something. We need to run outside of ourselves, to go take something, to attend something, but really the call is to slow down, to sit down, to breathe. In many cases, everything that we need to heal ourselves is right here, or at least it begins here in our presence, in our mindfulness. Hands together at heart center, bowing head to heart. And repeating these words in your head if you relate. If not, you can leave them behind. But I choose to feel everything that I am feeling, to push nothing away, to invite everything in, to breathe deeply into the experiences of myself that are uncomfortable, and to not deny them, to not push them away or repress them, but to embrace them, to nurture them, to be with them, so that I can again find space away from my suffering or my discomfort when I allow it to sit at the table with my happiness and joy and contentment.